Amani, you, peace from above. Welcome to Black BLACK TV 1, 2, 3, where I, McKinley M. Robinson, I teach knowledge. Today, started off, I don't know what the deal was, but for some strange reason, I been attempting to go live, and when I was trying to go live, it wouldn't go live twice. It refused to go live at the particular time, and it was just running, going live, and it wasn't going live. So this time, the third time, I decided to go live at 10:20, and then attempt to go live at 10:17, and here I am at 10:19, going live. Once again, it's the trials and tribulations that I, McKinley and Robinson, have to go through since being in it of the chosen one because of the things that happened to me in my life. Once again, because I knowledge Matthew 1:23, whose name means God with us, that's what the angel said. But he told me that he is the Son of Man. Being the Son of Man told me that Matthew 1:24 tells the true secret, which is not a secret. Joseph took his wife and then he knew her not. Again, Matthew 1:24, Joseph took his wife and he knew her not because the angel awoke Joseph, Joseph with a raging erection. So that he went in there and he took his wife and then he knew her not. For the child, the man child, Emmanuel, I am Emmanuel, whose name means God with us. That's what the angels say. He said, I'm the Son of Man. The door had to be opened from the outside. Excuse me. The man child was not directly implanted by man, but man had everything to do with the man child coming forth because the man child could not open the door from the inside. The door must be opened from the outside. For the laws of she, capital S, capital H, capital I, who man Adam called son, as you in Mother Nature, Mother Earth, are the first law that God of God allowed to be. And the first law is that man must open the door. I'm here because my father opened the door for my mother. You're here because your father opened the door for your mother. The only one who did not have knowledge of the inside of the womb is Adam and Eve. The only two who know nothing about the inside of the womb of woman. Once again, everybody else knows about the inside of the womb of woman. Everybody else had to get here by through in and of man opening the door. Once again, Emmanuel, my big brother, got here because of man opening the door. That's why he says, I am the Son of Man, for I crawl through the womb of woman just like you. Now, when you pay attention to what you see to it right there, and the things that they say, you will see the mark 11:25. And when you stand praying, if you hold anything against anyone, forgive them, so that your Father in heaven may. I don't think you heard what he said. Let me say it again. Mark 11:25. And when you stand praying, excuse me, stand. There it is. Stand. So that your Father in heaven, excuse me, may see your face. Now, I stand on my feet to make sure that God will see my face. He ain't got to guess who I am. But see, I'm not going to be on my knees down there. Because Mark 11:25 and told me, stand and pray. And then Luke 18:11 said what? The Pharisee stood by himself and prayed, stood by himself and prayed, stood by himself and prayed, stood once again on his feet. God, I thank you that I am not like other people, robbers, evildoers. Excuse me. What did he say? God, I thank you that I am not like other people. As he doing what? Stood by himself and prayed. Stood by himself and prayed. Mark 11:25. And when you stand praying, don't ask God for forgiveness and you won't forgive. Excuse me. Excuse me. Because when you're standing and praying, God in heaven, that's what it says. Forgive them. And when you stand praying, if you hold anything against anyone, forgive them so that your Father in heaven may forgive you as well. Because you're standing head to the back, to the sky, face to heaven, eyes closed so that you can see that he go to God and he can see that it's you. One more time. Both of them standing and praying. But see, y'all don't want to believe in that. Y'all keep letting somebody tell you what you see don't count. But once again, let's go over here to Exodus 20, verse 4. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image. Thou shalt make unto thee any graven image, or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. No graven image. Yet you going to these churches where the centerpiece is the cross. Once again, Exodus chapter 20, verse 4. No graven images. None. Period. Now see, when you seated it up, there's no image up there. There's the knowledge of God in heaven. Period. There is no image above. Because when you tilt your head back to the sky, put your face into heaven and close your eyes so that you can see that you go to God, there is no image. There is no image. Because God said first and foremost, let there be light. For out of blackness, Blackness, blackness is purity. See, there is no evil in blackness. It's evil in blackness. Yeah, it's evil in blackness. Yeah, but not in blackness. Because blackness is purity. Once again, God is purity. Just like I was letting somebody know about hey, do not get it twisted. Genesis chapter 1, verse 11. The Tower of Babel. They had the power to build a tower. They had the power to build the city. They had the power to build the tower to heaven. And God said, no. Let us, me, and she, capital S, capital H, capital I, who man Adam called son, S-U-N, Mother Nature, Mother Earth. Let us go down and cause confusion. Create many tongues, because the one language, a very few words, they have the power to build the tower. But I'm not going to allow them to do that. And as I create the confusion, scattered in the whole wide world. Once again, oh, God is not a God of confusion. Yes, he is. Yes, he is, because that's what he said. He said, let us go down and cause confusion. Because if I let them do this, then they can do anything they want to do, and I'm not going to give them that kind of power because you are my children. You are never equal to me. No, they wasn't doing nothing wrong. They wanted to give glory to God of gold, and he was okay, cool. I like the concept, but I got the confusion. I'm going to cause confusion because you're thinking correctly, but incorrectly because you're overstepping your boundaries. I'm not angry or upset. I'm not gonna curse you for, thinking of me. You're building a tower, you're building a city to heaven to glorify me so that those behind you can remember to keep seated it up. But that's not how I want it to be. I want the chosen ones to have the choice. They can be like everybody else, get on your knees and bow down and give your glory below. And then when you don't get what you're asking for, you're going to stare up to heaven and say, hey, what happened? Excuse me? You didn't ask me for nothing. You was on your knees with your face pointed down. You weren't on your feet, head tilted back to the sky, face to heaven, eyes closed, so you can see that it's me and I can see that it's you. And I don't have to wonder who you is because I know who you is because I can see that it's your face. I can see that it's who you is because you're making sure I can see that it's who you is. You ain't giving me the back of your head and say, I know you know who I am. No, 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 no. Because Mark 11:25 says, stand and pray. The Pharisee, hey, what? While he was standing and doing what? Praying. Once again, not my truth. The truth is already written. Now let's go over here to Exodus 25. At the bottom where it says, thou shalt not. Let me see. Hold on. Let me put my glasses on. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them. Exodus chapter 20, verse 5. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them, for I, thy God, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers unto the children, unto the third and fourth generation of those of them that hate me. I don't think you heard what he said. Exodus chapter 20, verse 5. Bowing down to other people's gods is proving to me that you hate me. Again, the choice is yours. See? Just like I was having a discussion with a female friend of mine, and you talking about how you want a woman to be quiet and whoopty 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 whoopty. No. So what did I do? I got on the phone, and they gave me the verse where it said a woman's supposed to be quiet and learn, not even contemplate trying to teach a man anything, but a teacher of the children. Once again, not trying to teach a man nothing. After I read to her what it said about a woman being quiet, that's what she did. She got quiet, but not because I was telling her to be quiet, like I said. Paul wrote this for those who want to see, did it? And those who want to look. See, those who want to look, like I was telling them, y'all be bragging on how educated these women is, but at the same time, these women that's so educated is coming to a man with a 50 to 100 to 200,000 bill with her. You got a 50,000 to a 200,000 bill, because the more degrees she got, the more she in debt. But they don't talk about that. See? They want the women to be so educated that they're above the average man. That's what they're supposed to do. Because see, that's part of the Willie Lynch thing. Put the woman in front and the man behind. Yeah, like when Obama was running, they talking about the most powerful black person in America is Oprah, a female. A female. You hear nobody say nothing. They was agreeing with it. They was gladly agreeing that Oprah is the most powerful black person in America, a woman. Once again, that's on y'all. See, like I told her, the choice is right there for you to see if you want to see, or the choice is there for you to look at. See, once again, I've been knew someone right about the cross for the simple fact of when I believed in Jesus, it didn't make no sense to me that you would glorify something that my brother's supposed to have been murdered on, executed, left this world, nailed to. When I was growing up, that's something I never could understand. Why would you want to glorify something that your brother supposedly, you know, was executed on, was nailed to? That's the thing I couldn't understand. Now I know understand. Now I know why I couldn't understand it. Because I was waiting so I could get to Acts 5:30, hung upon a tree. Excuse me. Emmanuel was hung upon a tree, Acts 5:30. See, Jesus was nailed to a cross. I'm just saying. That's the choices once again. See, that's the choice once again. I don't believe in churches. Moses was told to make a tabernacle, not a church. I don't see nowhere it said we gonna change the tabernacle to a church. Like I said, the choice is yours. Because in my book, the book of life, what it calls itself 7 times in Revelation, and my book, it calls itself the book of life. On the outside of my eyes, I peeled that says Bible. That's peeled off and it says the book of life. I wrote on there the book of life. So every time I pick up my book, I'm reading the book of life. What it calls itself, not the Bible. Because my name is McKinley and I can write a book called McKinley's Bible. Sure can. Does that mean it's holy? Because I wrote it. But what is holy is the book of life. That's why I'm allowed to rearrange. Because in my book, Matthew 1:25 says Joseph called his name Emmanuel. In the Bible, it says Joseph called his name Jesus. That's what it says in the Bible. Joseph called his name Jesus. But in the book of life, you scratch that out and you put Emmanuel. Joseph called his name Emmanuel, like the angel said for him to do. Just like the angel told him to wake up and go in there and take your wife. Open that door. We need the door open up because the child is coming forth. We need you. We need you go in here and open that door, dude. Go on, handle your business. Open the door so the man child can come forth. Bam. Joseph took his wife and then he knew or not. Again, it's up to you. Matthew 1:24. He told you the man child's name and what it means. Matthew 1:25. Joseph, get up and do what you need to do. We need you to open that door. Joseph, get up and open that door. So you think in Matthew 1:25 he ain't gonna follow what he told him at 1:24? He ain't gonna tell him. He ain't gonna call him Emmanuel. He gonna call him Jesus. Really? He gonna obey. He gonna listen to the angel and hear the angel. Listen to the angel and acknowledge the name and what it means. 24, he gonna get up and open the door. And 25, he ain't gonna change, he ain't gonna call the child name like he's supposed to call the child's name. Choices. Once again, the Tower of Babel, word of God, created confusion. That's where your revelation can begin. When you seeded it, Matthew 1:25, you scratch it off and you put Emmanuel, the one who name means God with us, the one who Joseph called his name Emmanuel, the one who says, I'm the son of man because I did the exact same thing as you. I crawled from the womb of a woman. If you wish and seek it, know it. Mark 11:25. Stand and pray. It's not hard to do. Luke 18:11. The Pharisee stood by himself and prayed. There you go. Mark 11:25. Stand and pray. Luke 18:11. Stood by himself and prayed. Once again, directly connected to Mark 11:25. so that your Father in heaven may. And when you stand praying, if you hold anything against anyone, forgive them so that your Father in heaven may forgive you as well. It's easy, it's plain, it's simple. Once again, when you have the knowledge and the belief in and of Emmanuel, Matthew 1:23. Trip C's, Trip C's, Trip C's, cool, calm, collect. WWW, whole wide world. Amani Kudoka, you, peace from above. No graven images. Stand and pray. Faith, head tilted back to the sky. Faith to having eyes closed so that you may see it, go to God, as he seated it, your face, and has no doubt as to who is acknowledging him so that he can acknowledge me, you, we, us, the ones who as well crawl from the womb of woman, like our big brother Emmanuel, son